how's this week's preparation gone for this game?
Okay, yeah, we've got a few missing, but even though we've lost the last couple, confidence is pretty high. We're happy with how we're sort of playing and how we're going, and we're looking forward to another good test for us today.
Is it important that you don't change too much and you still believe in those processes?
There's no need to. We were close last week against a very fancied York team with plenty of big names in, and a couple of bounces of a ball, a couple of key decisions and moments, they go the other way, and we win that game last week. So there's no reason to change much, to be honest. A couple of personnel changes today, but I don't expect the overall performance to be too different from last week.
Halifax arrive here down in confidence. They've lost the last three. Are you expecting a response from Simon's side?
I expect a desperate Halifax team. Yeah, they're obviously disappointed with the results and where they are in the table, but the one win at the level with us, the 2 from 5, and to be honest, with how tight it is and everyone beating each other, 2 wins in a row and you're right back in the mixer. So I'm not reading too much into it. There's still a lot of big names in that Halifax team, and we've prepared for the best Halifax team available and the best Halifax performance, and I expect that from them. But I'm also confident in my own team, and if we can perform to our best, I'm confident we can take on some of these bigger names.
What can the Dewsbury fans expect from the side this evening?
I think, we'd like to expect the same as last week. Wholehearted sort of big effort, very difficult to beat, especially here. Defensively tough, which is probably where we can improve slightly, and then take our chance when we get them. We feel like we've got a good mix of experience and lads that roll up the sleeves and get stuck in. And we know that if we're right on it, then Halifax will have to do very well to beat us.
For the Dewsbury Rams, it is going to be Fraser Morris and Jamie Greenwood returning in place of Keenan Tomlinson. And
I'm here tonight.
The referee is Aaron Moore from Wigan. He puts whistle to lips, and we are up and away here at the Tetley Stadium. This mouth-watering Betfred Championship round 5 tie between the Halifax Panthers and the Dewsbury Rams. A lot of local pride on stake, and as we said, with Dewsbury having lost their last 2 against Bradford and York, and Halifax just the 1 win back in round 1 after defeats against Bradford, Toulouse and Oldham, both sides desperate for 2 vital points here this evening. And as Jonathan has quite rightly said, the inclement weather has reached us here at the Tetley Stadium, and that will make things a little bit difficult for those players handling the ball this evening, as we see Adam Ryder just halted in a 2-man tackle over on the far stand side as they decide to move the ball back in the centre field position. A very solid start here for Halifax as Gabriel gets to his feet, plays the ball. The kick is going to come in from Liam Finn, and Halifax are content to let that one bounce in the in goal. That one's gone dead, and that will be a 7 tackle set for Halifax on their first possession this evening. Does the weather factor in anything? I mean, I spoke to both coaches before the game, Jonathan, and they fully expected the heavens to open.
Yeah, like I say, it will be a very tight game, especially in the middle. Dewsbury Rams got a nice set, got over the halfway line. Liam Finn put in a nice kick to the corner. James Woodburn Hall just let it go over the in goal, and 7 tackles. Halifax now obviously they're over the try line, and they're looking to get into a good ball position and test the Dewsbury defence.
Halifax second visit here to the Tetley Stadium this season, and we're going to see Dan Murray, one of those players, returning back for Simon Griggs, and he'll get a quick play of the ball in here. Robinson now to Harris, moving the ball along the line well as Hewitt's wrapped up. 5th and last tackle here for the Halifax Panthers. On that last tackle, Harris doesn't know what to do with the ball, gets a kick in, and that is going to be dealt with there by Joe Martin, the Dewsbury Rams fullback. And by and large, a promising start, a promising set of 6 there, Jonathan, but a bit of a flat end.
Yes, it was. It was a poor end of the set there by Liam Harris, and as I see, Dewsbury now they're just getting over the 40, as they do every week. Will Oakes on the wing, Andy Gabriel getting him carries, Joe Martin leading on the front on the first play, and we can see here now Adam Ryder to the right hand side, and just looking to catch Halifax on that right edge.
Good little run there out of dummy half, catching those Halifax defenders, and that will be the last tackle here for the Dewsbury Rams. Andy Gabriel, they'll have to do the homework on him, as once again Liam Finn, a high hanging kick, but that's been dealt with there, and Halifax now can turn defence into attack. An attack from Deet here. He was certainly put under a little bit of pressure there, was James Woodburn Hall, the Jamaican international, but he dealt with that early test from the boot of Liam Finn, and now Halifax, their second possession here in the opening stages of this game, and discipline will be a real crucial part to both sides' roadmap and route to success this evening, as we see Moore moving in along the line. Good little flick on ball there from Garside, and Halifax inside the Dewsbury half here on tackle number 4. The opening exchanges here, these two fierce West Yorkshire rivals, there's no love lost between them, as we see the former Bradford, Sheffield and London man Matt Garside brought down just inside the Dewsbury half. Last tackle, says the referee Aaron Moore, and it will be the former York man Connor Robinson who puts boot to ball, and that's good positioning there from the Dewsbury fullback Joe Martin.
Yes, it is a great take by Joan. Like I say, both sides are just completing the sets at the moment and looking to work each side out. But both sets been really similar. Going down the middle, 2 or 3 plays, and getting it to an edge and tried to win over the halfback. But we can see here now Joe Martin, like I say, he's got his side on the front foot. Reece Butterworth jumping out and causing problems.
Good little scamper there from Reece Butterworth. Here's Jason Walton. A lot of eyes on Jason Walton, the former Salford, Batley and Featherstone man. This is game number 4 for him after recovering from those 2 horrific ACL injuries. Dewsbury now just inside the Halifax half on that 5th and last tackle. Once again it goes towards Liam Finn. That one straight down towards Woodburn Hall again, who will take it on his own try line up to the 10. Brought down on the 20-metre line. Good defence there from Jimmy Beckett, one of the loan players that Lee Greenwood has brought in. He's on a loan from Featherstone Rovers, who will be away at York a little bit later on the Hour League, and what a mouth-watering game that's going to be at the LNER Stadium, York against Featherstone. This one, though, is certainly going to give it a run for its money this evening. Brandon Moore, once again, good ball out of dummy half there. Halifax just building a little bit of momentum, you feel here, as we see Greg Worthington brought down just shy of the halfway line, as Moore uses all that resolve to put a bit of a feint in, make 10 metres forward. On the last tackle, once again for the Panthers, they look towards Robinson on that left edge. This time it doesn't go the aerial route, it goes along a very greasy, soggy carpet. Once again Martin on hand to avert the danger, and does well there to get past Sam Hewitt, but he can't get past Jacob Fairbank and Ed Barber, and that will be the first penalty of the evening. Referee Aaron Moore is going to say the ball has been stolen in the tackle.
Yeah, we've seen from in the first 6 minutes, we've had both sides have had 3 sets each, and they've come up with the same plays every set, and that's what Dewsbury have been waiting for. They're just waiting to get the penalty there, and it's put them over the halfway line.
I just saw the replay of that. I think Halifax might just feel a little bit aggrieved. It looked a very loose carry, and it looked like it just popped out there, but as we said, you've got to take your chances as Fleming takes tackle number 1. Sykes now looking for those willing runners. Garrett, come from the Siddle Community Club over in Halifax. Chris Anakin has to keep hold of the ball there under a big crunching challenge from Ed Barber. Also involved in that tackle was Liam Harris. Here goes Will Oates, the Scottish international. Had a loan spell at Dewsbury back in 2020, almost like a try before you buy, as Liam Finn invites Joe Martin into that Dewsbury attacking line. And as the rain starts to team down here, Dewsbury on the 5th and last tackle, 20 metres out from the Halifax line. Liam Finn kicks into space, eyes like dinner plates. Woodburn Hall picks the ball up cleanly, and Halifax now will launch their attack from deep.
Yeah, that were a great set there by Dewsbury. But on the back of last week's performance, Dewsbury putting in good attacking sets, but they were giving away penalties, and they haven't given one way yet, or a set of 6 restart. So Lee Greenwood will be happy with the start and just hoping to keep building on it.
You almost tell from the way Halifax are playing, really respecting that ball, and that was something that Simon Grix mentioned during the week when I spoke to him about what areas of Halifax gameplay have you worked on this week? And he said, you know, the defeat after Toulouse, when they conceded the 44 points, it was all about the defence. But last week, with so many errors, as Connor Robinson sends this one down towards Oakes. Oakes does exceptionally well before he's clattered there by Connor McGrath, who had a hat-trick on debut for Halifax back in 2017, a win over Sheffield on that occasion. But what Simon was basically saying is, because there was so much that had to be done defensively after conceding 44 points against Toulouse, perhaps they didn't work on the offence. But this week, because of the 20-plus errors against Oldham, they've worked on the offence. Yes,
definitely. So hopefully they'll be able to put both into together and come up with a good performance in defence and also in attack.
Rhys Butterworth, Maisie run out of dummy half. Last tackle play here for the Rams. Anakin to Finn. Gabriel Ryder putting pressure on Woodburn Hall. That has touched the dead ball corner flag. That is dead. And that'll be a 20-metre restart here for Halifax and a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, that's 5 sets now by Dewsbury, and Liam Finn there has given two 7-tackle restart sets away. And Dewsbury looking to force the error, and if they force the error, they'll put in a good ball position to try and put some points on the board. But they just have to keep defending up and just keep putting the pressure on Halifax.
Well, we've had 9 minutes gone here. Yet to see an error in open play. Testament to the quality of the players on show here. As Halifax, a couple of metres inside the Dewsbury half. Ed Barber will get up to his feet. Huddersfield giant Loney Hewitt in there at dummy half. Moore to Robinson. Ball shifts over on that left-hand side with Matt Garside, who was looking for the ball. A couple of tackles remaining here for Halifax. Quick play the ball. Down the middle they're going to go. Here goes Adam Tangata, the Cook Island international. 18 metres out, and Halifax are awarded the first 6 again of the evening here. Dewsbury just having a hand on that ruck as Harris goes close to opening the scoring and breaking the deadlock here. Brandon Moore's in there at dummy half. Will he go himself? Well, he's having a bit of a dance in front of the Dewsbury audience, and he's brought down a metre out from that Dewsbury Rams try line. What will Harris do here? Links well with Fairbank to Tangata. Tangata charging. Can he get the ball down? No, he can't. Good defence from the Dewsbury Rams here. 0-0 it remains, but Halifax, they're knocking on that door. Robinson floats it out wide towards Woodburn Hall. Chancing at the corner. There's going to be a try. No, they're not. The touch judge is going to say that Nick Rawsthorne has gone into touch before grounding the ball. So Halifax, despite having the 6 again, they've gone incredibly close. And Dewsbury's shifting edge defence stops that effort there from Nick Rawsthorne. 0-0 it remains.
Yes, great goal line defence by Dewsbury, which we do see week in, week out. Like I said, the togetherness that in the side there, but we could see Jason Walton there shouting his players over, because it was a 6 on 4 in attack, and Halifax should have looked to come to where the points, but full credit to Dewsbury. They've worked hard on the inside with each other, and they've put Rawsthorne in touch.
Great body check there from Andy Gabriel, the former Keighley man. He really did shift across. And Nick Rawsthorne, the former Hulkiston Rovers at Toronto man, might be just a little bit disappointed with how that move finished. An early kick in the count here from Dewsbury. But Woodburn Hall and Halifax up to the task here. They now will turn their defence back into the attack. 12 minutes gone here as we see a nice little run out of dummy half from Conor McGrath, and he will carry Jimmy Beckett with him just inside the Dewsbury half. Rhys Butterworth also there, and Halifax will have certainly done the homework on Rhys Butterworth and those penetrating runs out of dummy half. Here we go with Halifax. Nice little pass back on the inside to Murray. Robinson now. They're going on that left-hand side again now with Worthington. Worthington's inside that Dewsbury Rams 10-metre line. Skirting with the far stand touchline. Back in centre field it goes with Robinson. Robinson now to Jacob Fairbank, and Fairbank brought down there by Beckett. And they're on the last tackle, Halifax. Goes towards Robinson. Robinson keeps the ball going. Harris to Barber. Barber's through a gap. Barber grounds the ball. And Halifax open the scoring here. And it is Ed Barber, the former Dewsbury man, against his former club. He has try number 4 for the season now. And Halifax, they make their patience count.
Yeah, we're a great try there on the back of a good set by James Woodburn Hall at the back. The difference in that set by Dewsbury were Reece Butterworth, who kicked out dummy half. He caught it on the full, and James Woodburn Hall, he got him over the 40, and both halfbacks combining well. Brandon Moore picking out the right pass, and like I say, playing down the short side, playing a bot-to-bot play. Conor Robinson went round the back, so did William Harris, and opened Ed Barber on the right hand side.
Just watching the replay then, there was just a bit of hesitancy in the Dewsbury defence. They almost were expecting a little kick to be peppered through.
Yeah, so Warren, Brandon Moore, he had a look left, and he made the right option. He come right, and the play was on, and they were clinical, and finished off a nice try.
Conor Robinson 2 from 2 last week. He's 17 from 20 for the season, kicking at 85%, the former Yorkman. Second spell at the Shea, and that has gone straight between the posts over that black dot. And on the Hour League app this evening, we have a Sunday evening treat. It is Dewsbury Rams 0, Halifax Panthers 6, and everyone now will be looking on the response from the Rams.
Yes, there will be, and they'll be looking to put in a good kick-off here, test them like they tested York last week. Paul Sykes' kick-off, the York came with a couple of errors, and Dewsbury will be looking for Halifax to force an error now. But just on the flip side, as a coach always says, after you score a try, you've got to complete the set, and that's what Halifax will be looking to do.
Well, certainly somebody who would have enjoyed that opening score from Ed Barber this evening is the Halifax Panthers communications officer, Jamie Conyers, and his partner Sky, who are celebrating the birth of their second daughter, Nancy. So that's a little sister for their other daughter, Nellie. So, Jamie, we know you're watching, and you're going to be on parental duties for the next couple of weeks. So from myself and Jonathan and everyone at Halifax, all the best with that one. Two 2-year-olds to look after.
I myself, I've got an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, so congratulations.
Halifax awarded their first penalty of the evening. Dewsbury inside the 10. Harris will find touch from halfway. He's only made 10 metres. There is a little bit of a strong wind that favours Dewsbury in this first half here. But Halifax looking good thus far, and neither side have actually made an error in open play. And again, testament to what they've both worked on, as Harris looks to cut through a gap. Just couldn't get past Dean Windrow there, who wrapped him up. Moore's in there at dummy half. Fairbank head down towards the line. 3 Dewsbury defenders come in there. One of them is Garrett, the other one Butterworth. Also is Jimmy Beckett involved in that one. Another quick play of the ball. They're going to shift it on that left-hand edge as it goes to Woodburn Hall, and he's halted a couple of metres out from that Dewsbury try line. A bit of incessant pressure for Dewsbury to absorb here as Robinson in front of the Dewsbury post looks for those runners as it finds Harris. Harris kicks ahead. There's chase as Barber's going to claim a try here. Barber half-heartedly celebrates, but referee Aaron Mort says the ball has gone dead, and that'll be a 7-tackle set here for the Dewsbury Rams. And we're seeing Halifax playing with confidence.
Yes, we are. Both halfbacks, and Brandon Moore at hooker. William Harris on the right-hand side is picking his right numbers, creating a 5-on-4 in attack, and he got his nose through there. But then they went back to the left-hand side. Conor Robinson, he played a nice play. Good cover defence by Jason Walton. But then they came again from left to right and had to go there and put a kick in, and Ed Barber unlucky.
Well, Dewsbury now, they're looking to take the game to Halifax after suffering that early try and that early line breach. Butterworth's in there at dummy half. Straight down the middle, this time with Garrett. Garrett, good, powerful, strong run. Last tackle here for the Dewsbury Rams. Right in front of the Halifax post, arguably their best field position thus far in this game, as Finn puts one up towards the corner. Nick Rawsthorne's pushed back in goal, and that is great kick there. Great intelligence from Liam Finn. And Liam Finn, he got the nod and they concede the goal line dropout. We just see this kick through here from Harris. Barber, does he get there? Oh, I think he's dropped it over the line. Very close though.
Yeah, a good effort and good build-up in attack from both Halifax and Brandon Moore, but Dewsbury, they've reacted well. William Finney took Halifax 100 yards, and obviously Halifax now they're dropping out, and Dewsbury have turned it around, and they are in a good ball position. I've got to give a mention, Mick, to Tom Garrett. I think he's been absolutely outstanding the past 3 weeks, and he looks in there, he plays 80 minutes, and like I said, he really leads from the front for his side.
He's only 23, and as we said, you know, this is the great thing about rugby league and those community clubs. He's signed directly straight from Siddle, Lee Greenwood's former community club, and great to see Tom Garrett, you know, living life in the championship with the Dewsbury Rams. Can Dewsbury get back in this game? 18 minutes have just disappeared and evaporated just like that as Anakin goes straight down the middle. Anakin beats one, beats two. Anakin, can he reach out and score? No, he can't. What a fantastic try-saving tackle that is. Dewsbury, they've got numbers stacked on this left-hand edge. It goes to Sykes along the line. A chance for Dane Windrose on loan from Wakefield, and Aaron Moore gives Dewsbury the penalty because Halifax were guilty of being inside the 10. Paul Sykes has a little look towards Lee Greenwood. They're not going to go for 2 points. They're going to run it and hope to turn 2 into 4 or 6. And here goes Garrett now. Tackle number 1. That's how close they are on that line as it comes on short side towards Sykes. Sykes looking for Fleming. Fleming having a bit of a wrestle on the try line there. The referee says he's short and he's been turned over on his back. So Dewsbury continuing to barrage that Halifax defensive line. Garrett has his second carry on this set of 6. This one is bubbling nicely here at the Tetley Stadium. Reece Butterworth short ball to Chris Anakin, but it's gone forward, says the referee. That's the first error in open play, can you believe it? And we've had 20 minutes gone. Dewsbury 0, Halifax 6.
Yes, it is, Mick, and that's what we spoke about. And Lee Greenwood will be in good ball. We want his side to take the opportunities. The past 2 or 3 weeks, they have been getting opportunities, but they haven't been taking them. Paul Sykes there on the left-hand side. He played a nice play to Matt Fleming. He just couldn't get over the line. But when Dewsbury in a good ball position, they need to start taking the opportunities and start putting points on the board, because the players there, they're coming away frustrated and coming away with a forward pass.
Well, the referee will halt proceedings here because the touch judge has come on this main stand side, and he wants to report an incident that has taken place in back play, and the referee, Aaron Moore, he will point towards one of the Dewsbury players. I'm not quite sure who the Dewsbury player was, but he's going to give a penalty, and he's going to say there's been an elbow in the tackle. I think he was actually pointing towards the 18-year-old Dane Windrow, the Wakefield youngster on loan. Halifax will accept that penalty, and here we go again now as we see the first interchange of the evening. Dan Murray, the former Salford and Hulkester Rovers man, taking a well-earned breather, and the French international Kevin Leroy are coming on, and that will surely give Halifax a little bit of added impact as they are playing the ball now 10 metres inside the Dewsbury half with Greg Worthington. Tangata down the middle, Garrett throwing himself around in defence. Morris comes in over the top. Good field position here for the Panthers. Can they pounce? Goes to Robinson, to Harris, to Hewitt. Hewitt, good line split there, good contact, and he's 10 metres out now from that Dewsbury Rams try line. Just the try to Ed Barber in the 12th minute, the difference between these two sides as Barber goes out of dummy half, and he's going to be brought down, rolled over on his back on that last tackle. Once again, they're in good ball territory here, are the Panthers. They're going to pinch one out of dummy half from Hewitt, but Matt Fleming, take a bow, Matt Fleming. Matt Fleming was alert to the danger there, and the scoreboard remains the same. Dewsbury 0, Halifax 6.
Yeah, I'm sure the Halifax side there, the reaction from the end of the set there, where Hewitt went from dummy half, and Ed Barber did on the play before. And you know what? It's a good play to do. They took Dewsbury 98 yards, and now they're barring up 12 yards out, and they've come. Halifax have got what they wanted, and that's an error.
Well, Dewsbury have just come up with only the second error of the game in open play, and it is Will Oakes there. As we see here, he gets to his feet, plays the ball, and he just loses it. And that is down to the inclement weather conditions here. It has been raining for around about 20 minutes before kick-off, and it's still raining now, and Halifax opt to tap the ball right in front of those Dewsbury Ram posts, 10 metres out in that centre field position. Well, on moments like that, games and destinies potentially can change. 6-0. Long way to go in this one, but Halifax looking to capitalise on this early dominance in this evening's game here. Another set of 6, another attacking raid on this Dewsbury Rams try line as once again it goes towards Robinson. Harris now, short ball to Hewitt. Hewitt, good tackle once again from Matty Fleming. The former St Helens and London man wrapping up the Huddersfield Giants low knee. Woodburn Hall out of dummy half to Harris to Fairbank to Moore. That's on the shoulder, says the referee, and now Moore's lost the ball, but the referee is going to change his mind and he will say there was a high tackle there on Brandon Moore, the Halifax captain, and the message from Simon Griggs is perhaps to go for 2 points here, but it'll be the decision. Yeah, they're going to listen to the coach here, Jonathan, and they're going to go for 2 points.
Yes, it's the right call there, and like we said, Dewsbury really defend the goal line really well, but full credit to Halifax, they are building pressure. Like I said, they turn around the ball 98 yards from the Dewsbury try line. Dewsbury come up with the error, then they just come up with a penalty. Halifax will feel as though they're in control in the game after 23 minutes.
And this situation now with Connor Robinson attempting to add on 2 points, which would give Halifax 2 clear score lead, has come from self-inflicted offences, the error and then the penalty. These are things that Dewsbury can control themselves.
Yes, it has definitely. It were a forward pass, then it were a penalty. Now they managed to get the ball back, but then they've come up with a penalty again, and that's why Halifax are 8 points up, and Dewsbury haven't possessed any points yet because they're not taking the opportunities in good ball where they are down there. They are getting opportunities, but like they have done the past 2 or 3 weeks, they just give away penalties and it's just taking them out of them.
Well, it is Halifax 8, Dewsbury Rams 0 here at the Tetley Stadium. Just shy of 25 minutes gone, and as we said, Simon Griggs said his Halifax side will show Dewsbury the utmost respect, with Halifax Panthers boss Simon Griggs admitting that his team's completion rate must improve if they are to get anything from the game against Dewsbury this evening. Thus far, despite those last tackle, can we call them errors on the last tackle? I don't add them to my error column. They're at 100%. Halifax are completing at 100%. And here they go again on the restart. What a run that is, as Halifax just immediately regain that ascendancy and momentum from the off. Great run there from Nick Rosefawn on the restart. Here goes Fairbank. Second tackle gone. Just shy of halfway. Rhys Butterworth and Jason Walton, the 2 Rams defenders in that tackle as it goes down the middle with Leroy. Leroy, good, strong, punishing run as Halifax just getting on top in this game as Robinson kicks ahead. Rosefawn's just gone from doing that run down the middle to putting a bit of pressure there on Joe Martin. He'll be submitting the overtime slip-in with Simon Griggs. But once again, we're just seeing the intelligence now of Connor Robinson and, of course, Liam Harris, how they're controlling this game.
Yes, Mickey, you're right. The first 25 minutes, the control in the side and playing nice and direct in good ball. They're picking the right pass. They're either hitting around the back or they're hitting the short lead. But then they're not forcing it on the next player. They're being very smart in how they're playing. And just going back, like I said, just going back to Dewsbury, they just need to cut the penalties out and try and get back to completing sets and getting in good field position. But full credit to Halifax of they've started really well. Simon Griggs will be really happy, completing at 100%. And like you say, Mick, they're turning it over on the 5th tackle, which is always a positive because the teams have to go obviously all the way back down the field to get in a good position instead of giving 7 tackles away.
Rhys Butterworth towards Tom Garrett. They're up to halfway here. I'll tell you what, really impressed by this defensive line speed from the Halifax Panthers this evening. Butterworth to Sykes. Sykes, a high hanging testing kick. And there we go. Perhaps the commentator's curse. We've just said that Halifax have been completing at 100%. And that is the first error. And Nick Rosefawn, he even arched his body to be under that penetrating Paul Sykes bomb. And on moments, games can change. And now Dewsbury, they've got a fresh set of 6 inside that Halifax 20-metre line.
Yes, they have. We've already seen it. Dewsbury down here and they've had opportunities, but they keep coming up with errors and not putting points on. So as we keep going back to, it's about taking the opportunities, and they have to take some opportunities now.
This is the moment, perhaps, for the Rams. They've not had many chances and raids down here inside Panther territory. Butterworth in there at dummy half. Surveying the landscape. Sykes, Finn, Walton on the inside. Beats one, beats two. Cannot get past Leroy and also Hewitt. And now Jason Walton has lost the ball in the tackle under that ferocious hit from Sam Hewitt, and Halifax will have a play the ball 10 metres out.
Yes, and it's the same again. The set before they give a forward pass. Now Jason Walton has come up with an error. Maybe just trying too hard, trying to get his team on the front foot. But actually, they just need to be more direct. I think Halifax, they're reading the Dewsbury attack very well. They're just playing a bot play from the hooker to Sykes and finding Finn around the back, finding Jason Walton on the cross play. I think they need to maybe push the pass like they did last week against York. Nice early ball to Jason Walton. He used Adam Ryder out wide.
Simon Griggs will be absolutely delighted with the defensive resilience on show in this first half thus far. 12 minutes out from half time as Leroy will get to his feet and he'll play the ball. As we see Adam Tangata leave the field. Oh, big collision there. Fraser Morris colliding there with Ben Kavanagh on halfway. Last tackle. They're going to look for the corners again. Turning round both Gabriel and Ryder. And perhaps a half chance here for Andy Gabriel. But his half run is halted. And once again, Jonathan, it's almost a bit like Groundhog Day. Halifax in full control of this game at this present time because they're constantly kicking to corners, finding space, turning Dewsbury around.
Oh yes, they are. They're just playing nice and simple, and that's what Simon Griggs have asked of his halfbacks in training this week, and they are doing the job and just getting to the end of the sets, but putting pressure on, hoping Dewsbury come up with the errors. I think we need to see a bit more from Adam Ryder on that right side, like we say, because he needs to get him on the front foot.
Paul Sykes went for the 40-20 then, but great positioning from Woodburn Hall, who is making his 100th career appearance this evening, 64 of the 100 with Halifax. He's also a Jamaican international, so he'll be looking to really have a strong 2021, and of course the World Cup just around the corner in October and November. What a great year it is for rugby league in 2021, especially after what has been a very difficult 18 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Here goes Robinson, Harris, Hewitt, Fleming comes in at the side, and that's a dangerous lift there from Matt Fleming. I think also involved in that one was Dane Windrow, and Aaron Moore straight on the spot there, and it's a penalty to Halifax Panthers for that dangerous lift. We can just see there, yeah, it's the 18-year-old from Wakefield Trinity, just puts his hand in between the legs, and Hewitt is lifted above the horizontal, and he gets the all clear from the Halifax physio, and Simon Griggs says we'll go for another 2 points.
Yes, definitely, and they may as well put the points on board. Conor Robinson, his percentage rate's very good, and all Simon Griggs was saying, just sending a message out, just keep doing what we're doing, keep completing, just keep getting to the end of the sets, and just putting pressure on Dewsbury.
Well, the latest score from Haywood Road in Swinton, where Toulouse have switched their home game. It is now Toulouse 52, Widnes Vikings 0. So the pressure back on Simon Finnegan. Perhaps as Conor Robinson, 100% accuracy with the boot thus far, strikes it with the left. That one goes straight between the posts, and Halifax do have a double-digit lead, this time by 10 points to 0. And if I look at, there's very little between the two sides really. It's just some of the, if we're talking about if Dewsbury are the architects of, at least 4 of those 10 points from the Halifax Panthers.
Yeah, definitely. like we say, Mick, it's we can see clear what's happening in this game. Halifax, they're completing the sets, and when they get their opportunities, they are taking. That's why they're winning 10-0 with 32 minutes gone. And Dewsbury, they've had the opportunities, but they just keep coming up with errors, forward passes, knock-ons, and set of 6 restarts, and it's just catching up to them. Well,
young Amir Burra has come on the field now, and here he is, the Wigan Warriors loanee. He's another one of those products that have come off the conveyor belt at Siddle, and Amir Burra, oh wow, he can really move and shake that shimmy out of dummy half as him and Brandon Moss remain out there on the field. Here goes Ben Kavanagh up to halfway. The referee urging Dewsbury not to stray offside and go back the required 10-metre line. They're on the last tackle here now, the Panthers. Amir Burra goes towards Robinson. Robinson, another perfectly weighted kick, but Martin's underneath that one, and immediately, no sooner has Martin looked up, he's swarmed upon by Nick Rawsthorne and Greg Worthington, and Dewsbury will be forced to concede the goal line dropout.
Yes, another excellent set, and another complete one there, and a repeat set for Halifax. But a smart change there by Simon Griggs, putting Amir Burra to hooker and Brandon Moore for the last 7 minutes to be nice and direct, run hard, and try and get a win and try and put some more points on the board.
Matt Garside, the third Panther in that tackle there, trapping Joe Martin in goal, and that has earned the Halifax Panthers a repeat set. And based on what I've seen here in the opening 33 minutes, there's only really the game last week that I didn't watch of Halifax. This is certainly up there with that first half showing against the London Broncos in round 1 at the Share. Real strong first half performance here from the Panthers. Is it about to get better here as Woodburn Hall to Barber? And it is going to get better here for the Panthers because the pass is okay, the grounding is checked, and Ed Barber has his second try of the evening here, and Halifax further extend their lead. They've got a 3-score difference now between themselves and the Rams. It's 14 points to 0.
Yeah, great try there by Ed Barber, former Dewsbury player, coming up with 2 tries in the first half. But it comes back to the half-backs again, picking out the right passes. Liam Harris, I've been really impressed with him on this right-hand side. We'd have seen the set before, it'd have hit the short ball, Sam Hewitt, and he's been nice and direct and picking out the right pass and coming away with plenty of joy.
What a start it has been here this evening for the Halifax Panthers. As we said, they came into this game this evening on the back of 3 consecutive defeats, which started, funnily enough, here at the Tetley Stadium 3 weeks ago when Bradford beat them. A Jordan Lilly drop goal by 27 points to 26. We had that crazy game at the Shea. 14 tries in total. Toulouse leading 34-0 at one stage before that valiant and spirited Halifax fight back. It ended up 44-34. And then last week, when you look at these results here, they're all very tight and narrow. Just a 4-point defeat. As we said, it was a very late Jack Croft try that gave Oldham the win, a narrow win. Robinson yet to miss this evening. That one is going to just curl and catch the wind. And like a surfer riding a wave down there in Cornwall. 16-0 Halifax lead here. What do Dewsbury need to do here, Jonathan? Because we've got 4 minutes to half time. What do you think, Lee Greenwood? What's the message coming on?
Well, it'll be the same message at half time like it has been the past 3 weeks, and that's just cut out the errors. And because it's clear that's what they've done this half, especially when they've been in good positions. They've come out of their own half very well and got to end their sets, but it's when they've been in a good position, they've just come up with forward passes, set of 6 restarts, and also coming up with knock-ons.
Connor Robinson has just coughed one and spilt one. He gets the pats on the back and the consolation prizes. And now Dewsbury. Oh, who would be a coach? No sooner have you further extended your lead, you come up with an error right in front of your own try line, and now Dewsbury, they will hunt and smell blood for their first score. As we see another Jamaican international on short this evening, the 26-year-old John Magrin, who's just come on the field. Here we go. Big, strong tilt, strong carry. Aaron Hall. And the referee says he's held up. Is Aaron Hall, the former Swinton Lions man, and he will go back towards the 10.
Yes, we were a smart little play there by Aaron Hall, and I've got to say from the past 2 or 3 weeks he's been impressive as well. He's really got his team on the front foot. But let's see now if Dewsbury come up with a play just to try and break the Halifax defence down.
Can see Jamie Greenwood out there, the younger brother of Dewsbury head coach Lee, Finn, Sykes, Martin. Oh, very nearly picked off there from Conor McGrath. Although the referee's going to say it was a forward pass before the McGrath loose carry interception. The touch judge just coming on. They're not happy, Paul Sykes. He goes straight to the touch judge. The referee, Aaron Moore, is going to say it was a forward pass. Oh.
Well, full credit to Conor McGrath there. He put his body on the line and he went for the interception. It didn't come off. He's got the call from the touchers, but that just comes back on the back of Simon Griggs doing his homework on Dewsbury last week, because Paul Sykes and Joe Martin at the back, they did the same play last week and they scored in the left-hand corner. So full credit there to the defensive edge of Halifax.
2 minutes to go to half-time here at the Tetley Stadium. The 5th round of the Betfred Championship, and what a hit that was from Jason Walton. Oh, they're showing no mercy out there on the field, and that was Walton there on Leroy. Oh, it's a West Yorkshire bloodbath out there at the moment, and Amir Burra doing well once again, straight out of dummy half, and Leroy, well, I guess if you take some pain, you just want to carry it in again and try and get a little bit of retribution. Last tackle here for Halifax, once again, the very astute Robinson making amends for that error there, and kicking straight down the throat of Martin, and that will turn the Dewsbury Rams around, and you almost suspect this will be Dewsbury's final set of 6 before that half-time hooter goes, but they've got a lot of work to do, and perhaps a bit of soul-searching in the dressing rooms at half-time, although this penalty perhaps will help, and the small scattering of Dewsbury directors below our commentary position here, they ironically cheer that penalty for Halifax being offside in the tackle. Penalty count, incidentally, Dewsbury 5, Halifax 3. So we've got just under 60 seconds left. A try here could be absolutely crucial come the 80th minute. What have Dewsbury got here? Greenwood, Sykes, misses out Finn and goes the direct route there with Elliot Morris. Sorry, Fraser Morris, apologies. Morris gets to his feet. Garrett now. Another forward pass out of dummy half. Self-inflicted, Jonathan.
Yes, definitely. And we spoke about opportunities, and Lee Greenwood, he'll be very disappointed with the first 40 minutes that his side have come up with, especially in good ball, because they're just not getting to the end of the sets. They're just coming up with silly errors, and a lot of that it's got to be down to the halfbacks. They've got to play more direction, and it shows why Halifax are in front, because both the halfbacks, Conor Robinson and Liam Harris, have played nice and direct, picking the right pass, and Dewsbury just aren't doing that at the moment.
Well, we've got 10 seconds remaining here at the end of the first half, and quite a productive first half for the Panthers of Halifax. Nick Rawsthorne's brought down there. This will be the final play of the first half here. Amir Burra gives it out wide, and there's a chance for Kavanagh, who moves it along the line towards Garside. Garside's lost the ball, coughed it up. It'll be the 0 tackle. It's a free play here for the Rams. The hooter about to sound. It goes towards Sykes. Sykes beats 1-2. Sykes goes down the middle. He's not going to be able to do it himself because Kavanagh comes over, and Kavanagh wraps him up. We're into time added on here, as the referee will give Dewsbury a 6 again here as it goes out towards Ryder. Ryder, though, can't get past the formidable Matt Garside, and he's rolled over. They're 25 metres out here into time added on at the end of this first half. Liam Finn to Sykes. Sykes along the line to Martin. It goes to Fleming. That one has touched Conor McGrath. That's another 0 tackle, and the slate is wiped clean again, and this time Fraser Morris head down. He's 20 metres out now from that Halifax line. The hooter sounds, the final play of the first half. Joe Martin can't keep hold of the ball. That one's gone into touch, and that is half-time here at the Tetley Stadium. Dewsbury Rams 0, Halifax Panthers 16.
Yes, you do, and I think that's why we're seeing the championship is a quality league this year, because each side, they can beat anyone on another day, and the game just don't last 40 minutes, it's for 80.
Paul Sykes gets the second half proceedings underway here. Halifax, are they about to pick up their second win of the season after 3 successive defeats? Or are the Dewsbury Rams about to inflict more pain on the Panthers with a 4th defeat on the bounce? Well, they've got a bit of a mountain to overcome in this second half, but certainly when you look at the players out there on show for the Dewsbury Rams, Paul Sykes, Liam Finn, Fraser Morris, Todd Garrett, Chris Anakin, Andy Gabriel, 5 tries already this season for the Rams. There's a lot of strike, a lot of fire and a lot of punch. And look at this here from Halifax immediately on that restart, that first set of 6. Brandon Moore making huge meters down the middle, and here goes Ben Kavanagh. Last tackle here for the Panthers. Amir Burra out of dummy half. It goes to Robinson. A delicate little chip into space behind Gabriel, and they're happy to let that one go into touch Joe Martin, and that will be a play the ball here for the Dewsbury Rams, 10 metres out from their own try line.
Yes, a great first set, and a nice kick by Connor Robinson. Like I say, he's been instrumental in the first half for Halifax. Same with Liam Harrison and Brandon Moore and getting the side round the park. Simon Griggs, the message to his side will be at half time, because it'll be to weather the storm for the first 20-25 minutes by Dewsbury, because they will throw everything at them.
Well, if you missed the interview with Simon Griggs before the game, you know, Simon basically said that they've done a bit of soul searching this week, working out on their ball handling and their completion. And here we go. They've got a chance here right at the start of this second half. It is an 8th error from the Dewsbury Rams, as we just see there. Andy Gabriel, in his haste to play the ball, adjudged to have lost the ball there, and that will be a chance for Halifax.
Yes, definitely. It was a good set by Halifax in the yardage coming out, and Conor Robinson, like I say, a nice kick, but Andy Gabriel coming out from dummy half and not playing the ball correctly, and now Halifax are in a good ball position.
Dewsbury will be looking to just cut down on those silly errors they can control. At 2 minutes of the restart, you almost suspect here another try to Halifax. And this game going away from what Dewsbury can potentially come back and strike, as we see good defence from Matt Fleming on that right edge this time. Good tackle there on Ed Barber. What a player he has been for Halifax Panthers over the years, certainly in the length stakes with long service to the club, with players like Elliot Morris and Brandon Moore. Although they've gone without the ball, and here come Dewsbury. Back down the middle. Is it just a case, Jonathan, that they get the try, they get the first points, just build some confidence back for the Rams?
Yes, I think it is. Dewsbury definitely need to be the first team on the scoreboard in the second half, and it will give them some confidence, and they'll look to build on the back of that. But like we say, Halifax will want to weather the storm, because we can see now Andy Gabriel getting his side on the front foot. They're playing around the dummy half. Greenwood jumping out and trying to play nice and direct, and they're hoping to get some wins on the back of it.
Here we go. Greenwood out of dummy half, looking for the 40-20. Woodburn Hall, he read that one like a Stephen King bestseller, and something's flaring up here, because there's players coming together. Aaron Moore trying to calm it down, and the players disperse like naughty school children in the playground. The headmaster's come out with a bell, and here come Halifax now with McGrath, who'll get up to his feet and he'll play the ball. But there Halifax have come up with a rare error, and perhaps that was on the back of what appeared to be a bit of a fiery and feisty telling off between Paul Sykes and Morris there, as we just see the error coming through. This is a huge chance now for Lee Greenwood and the Rams.
Yes, it is definitely. Halifax have come up with the error, and it's down to Dewsbury now to take the opportunities.
Aaron Hall, big physical, muscular contact there. Greenwood, Finn, forward pass out of it there, and Aaron Hall, Paul Sykes. I'm just looking at the body language here of some of the Dewsbury players. Jonathan, hands on hips, no leadership, no communication out there. And again, Liam Finn just mistimed that short ball to John Magrin.
Yeah, it is, and that's the second time we've seen that now. One from Paul Sykes and one from William Finn. And you can see the reaction from the players around them, that they are getting a little bit frustrated, and they just need to play the basics right, like Halifax are doing, and William Finn and Paul Sykes are not coming with that at the moment, and that's the difference between the sides. Liam Harris and Connor Robinson are.
Amir Burra to Brandon Moore to Ben Kavanagh. 5 minutes shy of that halfway line. Brandon Moore to Garside now. The two 11s collide. Also Ryder involved in that tackle. What can the Wigan youngster do? Goes out of dummy half via Robinson. Oh, huge chance here for Harris. Inside support from Woodburn Hall. Moore is going to scamper, and Brandon Moore is going to score a sensational try here for Halifax at the start of the second half. And they further extend their lead now by 20 points to 0. A killer knockout blow for the Panthers, you feel?
Yes, it were a great play there, but Brandon Moore jumping out on the play before, then going from left to right. It were a nice cross play by two front rowers, and the Dewsbury defence on the inside could have worked that bit harder. Liam Harris got on the outside of Tom Garrett, broke through, and obviously found the man on the inside, and Brandon Moore finished the try off. An excellent work try.
There we are in his 100th career appearance. James Woodburn Hall with that inside support, and then it was on the inside again. A lovely little flick on pass to Brandon Moore, his first try of the season. And when you look at the Cumbrian, he really has emerged as one of the best hookers in the Championship in recent years, and surely will have more and more influence behind Halifax's pack in 2021. And let's not discount that loan spell he had at the Huddersfield Giants last season. He's only 24 years of age. He's been given the captaincy at the Shea. He really is a player to watch for future seasons to come. As Connor Robinson, can he add a crucial 2 points here? Just adds an extra 2 points onto the scoreboard, which he does. Dewsbury Rams 0, Halifax 22. And now Dewsbury have the problem, Jonathan, where they've got a hefty deficit to take off that scoreboard, but also the clock's against them.
Yes, definitely. We did say that Dewsbury would have to be the side to score first, but we come back to it in quite the first half. The errors what Dewsbury coming up with, they've had two chances with the ball in hand, and they've come up with errors off the back of it, and Halifax have put points on the back of it.
Just watching that line break there again. Great play from Halifax in very soggy, wet conditions. And if you're just joining us at the start of this second half, it was 16 points to 0. You've just missed the third try from the Halifax Panthers this evening, and both sides making two changes to their starting 17. For Dewsbury, it was Fraser Morris and Jamie Greenwood coming in for Sam Day and Keenan Tomlinson. Dewsbury still have Michael Knowles, who took a knock in training, Rhys Davis, James Thornton, Alex Smith. They're all still recovering from pre-season, so relatively clean bill of health for Lee Greenwood and his Rams side. And then for the Halifax Panthers, it was Dan Murray and Elliot Morris back for Will Calcott and Gadwin Springer. And on the injury front, just James Saltonstall, Connor Davis and Scott Griggs. As Halifax now, another rare, uncharacteristic error based on what we've seen in this first half, and Dewsbury have another chance now. Yes,
it were a knock on there by Ben Kavanagh. Dewsbury now are obviously just on the 40 yard out from the try line. It comes down to the halfbacks, William Finn and Paul Sykes. They need to pick the right options. Do they hit the lead round the back? Do they give the early ball to the back rower, to Jason Walton on the right hand side, to use Aaron Ryder? And I think they do, because really they haven't asked much questions in attack.
Well, Dewsbury's strength, they say, is the experience and intellect of Paul Sykes and Liam Finn. Here we go. Finn to Sykes to Martin. Along that line, Dewsbury at last looking very potent in attack, but the attack is going into touch there. That was great defence there from McGrath, from Hewitt. Harris also involved. And the referee will just talk to the touch judge here. Liam Finn down in back play. But look at that. Ed Barber also involved. No clear line, no clear pathway towards that line. And Halifax, their defensive resolve here, really, really shining through. Although Liam Finn just receiving a bit of attention, I don't think he's happy with the potential late hit that he perceived on him.
No, Liam won't be too pleased about that. But I think the Dewsbury halfbacks there, it's when Joe Martin round back, it is too easy to read, and we could see there great work from the inside defence from Halifax. 4 players end up taking the player out into touch, and they look to obviously Halifax look to do a good yardage set, get on the front foot and finish at the right area of the field.
Well, Halifax are undefeated in their last 6 visits here to the Tetley Stadium in Dewsbury, and today, or should I say this evening, is the 23rd meeting between these two in the last decade, as Halifax just clear the deck and send that ball into the Dewsbury Rams in goal area. What can Andy Gabriel do? Well, he's immediately met by that navy blue and white hooped defence of Nick Rawsford and Greg Worthington. And now Dewsbury will have to move the ball from deep. But just going back to who's had the best of the past meetings, as we said, Halifax undefeated on their last 6 visits here. And this is meeting number 23 in the last decade. Dewsbury just 6 wins. Halifax have had 14 wins, and there were 2 draws between the two sides in 2018 and 2019. Here we go then. Can Dewsbury pick themselves back up and get themselves back in with a chance here? Jason Walton brought down on that last tackle just inside the Halifax half. Greenwood towards Finn. That is a nasty one in the air for Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall, he had the cat's eyes out there. His eyes were not diverting from that spiralling bomb, and he has done exceptionally well under the high ball this evening. As we see, Conor McGrath, certainly he has also been redoubtable at the back there. And he also scored a try last week in that narrow defeat against Oldham. I guess it's without saying, Jonathan, Halifax are in complete control at this moment in time.
Yes, they are. It just showed with Conor Robinson on the set before putting out a kick. Then Liam Harris there just putting in a kick there, nice and deep, and it has created obviously 7 tackles for Dewsbury. But Simon Griggs won't be too disappointed about that, because you can see there his players are all ready to defend up, and hopefully he'll be wanting Dewsbury to come up with an error. But just got to give a special mention there to Brandon Moore, who's come off. I think he's been absolutely outstanding for Halifax Panthers tonight. He started at hooker like he always does, but then I think the smart decision by moving him to 13, it kept his side on the front foot in the last 8 minutes, and the last 8 minutes in the first half, and I think he's been absolutely outstanding.
Oh, I tell you what, those Cumbrians there made of stern stuff, and when you look at these performances around the ruck, really quick out of the ruck, strong in defence, and you've got a job on your hands for a man of the match. There's still 28 minutes to go though. Can Dewsbury inspire themselves a bit of a fight back here? Goes towards Garrett on that left edge. Once again, this Halifax defence, all talking, communicating, energised. There's been a lot of commitment from this Halifax defence, as Paul Sykes now finds it towards Finn, to Ryder. Ryder's brought down on the last tackle. Finn's calling for the ball. Finn receives the ball, looks up, crossfield kick. Greenwood's chasing on the inside. Can Greenwood get there? No, he can't. Great leap of faith there from young Sam Hewitt. And Sam Hewitt does exceptionally well there, because Jamie Greenwood was chasing on the inside, and that's more like it from Dewsbury.
Yes, definitely. They built some pressure these past 2 sets, and what they're looking to do is what Halifax did in the first half, is pin Halifax down just near the try line. Hopefully they come up with an error, but we can see from William Harris and Conor Robinson, they've kicked early in these sets and just tried to turn Dewsbury around.
Let's not forget, it is also the start of the new Betfred League 1 season, and there was a couple of games earlier on this afternoon. Hunslet went down to a narrow defeat to Workington at the South Leeds Stadium by 28 points to 16. Coventry 20 points, Barrow 38. Former Newcastle halfback Dan Coates playing now for the Coventry Bears, but it is Paul Carey's side who get their season up and running. Looks like they've been made to work incredibly hard, as Halifax just moving the ball now from their own try line. It was Keighley Cougars 44, Doncaster 18, so Keighley Cougars and Rhys Lovegrove getting off to a winning start. And over at the Spotland Stadium, which of course will host England against Fiji, that mouth-watering game there celebrating 150 years of Rochdale Hornets. It was Rochdale 40, the West Wales Raiders 16. And there was a couple of games yesterday which saw the North Wales Crusaders defeat the London Scholars. So great to have League One back, and great to see Simon Johnson, Ralph Rimmer. I've seen a lot of the RFL hierarchy, the board of directors on Facebook, on Twitter, tweeting their support for that League One campaign that has started this weekend. That really does promise to be a great competition, as we see another change this time from the Dewsbury Rams, and Chris Anakin is back out there on the field as Gabriel, a very half break, but Kavanagh manages to keep hold of him, and that's a set restart here, because Ben Kavanagh has been penalised by the referee Aaron Moore for just keeping an arm on that ball. So Dewsbury now, is this the moment, is this the catalyst that is going to see them get their reward for what has been a hard workmanlike performance thus far? Just a little bit of a high error count. Here goes Finn to Sykes. Martin chimes into that attacking line. Robinson head down. He's got the shepherd's pie haircut, and he's brought down 15 metres out from the Halifax post as Chris Anakin, the former Wakefield man. Well, you can see they're energised here now, the Rams. Greenwood to Sykes. Sykes out wide, he's missed everyone. Conor McGrath gets to that loose ball, and the chance has gone begging. It's another Dewsbury Rams error.
Yes, it must be the 10th attacking set that Dewsbury have had 5-10 yards out from the Halifax line, and they're not coming up with any players. They're either playing too far away from the line, they're either hitting the wrong option where they should be hitting the lead run, or they're hitting around the back. And like I say, I think they just need to take the opportunities, because they're having plenty of opportunities but not coming up with any points.
Just when you thought Dewsbury had a huge opportunity to get back in this one, Halifax put the squeeze, and they allowed Dewsbury to be the architects of another error. Last tackle here for the Panthers. Amir Burra to Robinson. Robinson off that left boot. That'll be a difficult one for Joe Martin to take. Martin takes that one from the clouds, and he will immediately go straight into Tangata and Robinson. And once again, Halifax happy and content to just turn around the Dewsbury Rams, because they have no pressure whatsoever on them. They have a comfortable 22-0 lead. And as we head towards the hour mark here in this game on the Our League platform, this Betfred Championship game, it is looking increasingly likely that it's going to be Halifax who arrest their 3-game losing slump. As the referee says, another loose carry now from the Dewsbury Rams. That is their 13th error in this game thus far.
Yes, it is, and Jason Walton there. Full credit to Jason Walton. He's trying hard like he does every week, and just some of his players need to have the urgency that he takes into the game each week. And I think the message from Lee Greenwood at half-time has for his back three to get his side on the front foot and get him out of yardage, and maybe get to a nil kick and force an error in the Halifax half. But they are doing that. The back three, Andy Gabriel, he's got his side on the front foot. Joe Martin has in the second half, but when they're in good ball, they're not coming up with anything.
Well, Lee Greenwood said pre-match that they need to look after the ball, showing some discipline. They need to go back to how they were playing in the early part of the season, when they had the back-to-back wins against Whitehaven and the Widnes Vikings. That win against Widnes, 22 points to 14 on the road, as Aaron Moore, the referee this evening, has given Halifax their second 6 again here, as Halifax inside that Dewsbury Rams 10-metre line now. Burra goes towards the left, towards Harris. Lovely cut-out ball here to Worthington. Chancing at the corner. Nick Rawsford slides over the Dewsbury try line. It is a 4th try for the Panthers, their second in this second half. And it is 26 points to 0. And Simon Grix will be delighted with the response and turnaround from his Halifax side this evening.
Oh yes, he will be, and they've started the second half like they played the first 40, and the clear message will be to put an 80-minute performance in. His side are doing that. Again, an excellent play there by Liam Harris. He threw out the cut-out ball to the centre and finished it off nicely in the corner. And like I said, the message from Simon Griggs will be keep doing what you're doing. It is boring rugby, but they are getting plenty of joy.
That one right out on this main stand corner. Halifax, their 4th try of the evening. Their 23rd in the championship this season. And you certainly would not be saying, looking at this Halifax performance, Jonathan, that they'd gone into this game suffering 3 consecutive defeats.
No, you wouldn't have thought it, and full credit to the side, because Simon, he would have expected a reaction, and his side are definitely bringing that tonight, and that just shows that the team, they are on board with what it's trying to implement, and they've just played basic tonight and been very clinical and taken their opportunities.
Once again, Connor Robinson with another successful conversion. Dewsbury Rams 0, Halifax Panthers 28. Connor Robinson, he's had 12 points with a boot this evening, and we just see the ease here. Harris, the linking qualities, that lovely looped cut-out pass, and it was a low pick-up for Greg Worthington, and he just fed it along the line. Chris Anakin had tried to come across, but there was no stopping the former Toronto Wolfpack man, Nick Rawsthorne. He has his first try of the season.
Yes, it were smart, like I say, smart play by Liam Harris. He's seen that Adam Ryder, he shot out of the line and got in front of Liam Finn, as we can see on the replay, and it were a well-worked try.
Dewsbury have got the ball back from the restart. There's pushing and shoving at the ruck, and the referee says it's a 6 again, but it don't really matter because it's a 6 again on what effectively was the 0 tackle anyway. So we're going to see the coaches bend the rules throughout the season. We know it's been clamped down on by Peter Volandis over in the NRL in Australia, but can Dewsbury get their first points of the evening and restore a bit of confidence? Sykes to Martin, the former Halifax and Gloucester man, turned in the tackle, faces the Halifax line, plays the ball. Anakin has a strong tilt there, but that's a great defensive play there from Elliot Morris. He retreats back on that defensive try line. Here we go with Finn to Sykes, Sykes to Martin. Martin can't find his way towards that Halifax try line, and he's heading towards touch, and look at that for defence. Look at that for Halifax defence. Matt Garside, Nick Rawsthorne, Greg Worthington. Martin has been bundled into touch.
Yeah, great defence again from Halifax Panthers, working hard on the inside, but just going back to the Dewsbury play there and good ball, it just seems too easy to read, too lateral at the line. Maybe they need to start another playing around the back, but maybe, I know we've said it in the commentary, that they need to start hitting the right options, like Liam Harris and Connor Robinson have done for Halifax, and use the strike players. Jason Walton, he causes a lot of problems, Adam Ryder does, and they do normally have plenty of joy on the right hand side, but the Halifax have really done the homework on the Halifax. Dewsbury have had the homework cut out today by Halifax.
Now there's 17 minutes remaining here. A job very well done thus far for Simon Griggs and the Halifax Panthers. Greg Worthington, a lot of Super League experience from him. Oh, Fairbank down the middle. He really does take no prisoners. Once again, Harris is going to kick straight out of dummy half. This time he's gone straight down the throat, and there's a chance here once again for Dewsbury, but I know we've said that a number of times in this game this evening, but they really are running out of chances, and they are in last saloon territory here. Ali Greenwood's side, as we see a lovely little skip and a run from Andy Gabriel. He's really not done much wrong here this evening for the Dewsbury Rams. Greenwood in at dummy half, back down the middle channel, big strong barn-dozing run from Aaron Hall. Over 150 appearances in the championship. He brings that experience and edge to this Dewsbury Rams side, but sadly it's been in vain as he just leaves the field there, Aaron Hall, and we're going to see James Beckett come on for the final 16 minutes here. Finn lays it off to Ryder. That's the last tackle here for the Rams in front of the Halifax post. Greenwood goes towards Finn. It goes to Walton. Walton trying to use his brute strength. Offloads the ball to Gabriel. Gabriel to Finn. Finn crossfield kick. A la Aussie rules. They've got it with Fleming. Fleming somehow keeps it going towards Oakes. Oakes kicks it centre field, straight down the front of Connor Robinson. Great positioning there from Connor Robinson, and it remains Dewsbury 0, Halifax 28.
Yes, it does, and Connor Robinson is backing up his first 65 minutes that he's played, and coming up with a play there to try and stopping Dewsbury getting over the try line. But we've seen there Jason Walton down the right hand side, nice early ball. He did get his nose through and a pass to Andy Gabriel, but then the last play from William Finn, it wasn't the best of options. Conor McGrath, give him a mention because I think he's been outstanding in defence on that right edge for Halifax.
Someone's just sent me a message on Twitter. Is Aaron Moore related to Liam Moore? Yes, the brothers. We've had a couple of famous referee brothers, and we see Aaron Moore there give Halifax a penalty. I can only think of the Connolly brothers, Rob and John Connolly, back in the early days of the Super League. But yeah, Aaron Moore, he's the younger brother of Super League official, and he's done a fine job as he gives Halifax a penalty there. They're on the halfway line. Adam Tangata, his third spell at the Shea. He had a number of offers. York, Bradford were in for him, decided to go to Halifax. Here goes Worthington. Puts the fend in, steps back in centre field. Halifax looking hungry for more points here in this game. Still a bit of light drizzle out there in the atmosphere as we see Morris go down the middle. Morris head down underneath the posts. It is another try for the Halifax Panthers, and they have breached the Dewsbury line again. It's 32 points to 0 now.
Yes, and I think the try just shows the effort that Halifax putting in the first 40 minutes. They are getting plenty of joy in the last 15 minutes here, as we can see. A nice play there. Adam Tangata goes nice to the line. Jamie Greenwood just biting in there on Adam Tangata, and the smart play is he's seen a nice tip on play, and Morris went through 12 yards out. A well worked play, but I think now we are showing from Dewsbury a bit of tiredness, and I think the first 40 minutes, and we're seeing the difference now with Halifax.
Well, we've just seen Elliot Morris underneath the post. That's his second try of season 2021. And Connor Robinson from in front in the drizzle here on a bit of a grey, muggy Sunday evening in West Yorkshire. Dewsbury Rams 0, Halifax Panthers 32. And Connor Robinson, he left Halifax for York back in 2017. He's back at the Shea in 2021. And this should be a formality. Dewsbury 0, Halifax 34. Is it now for Lee Greenwood and the Dewsbury Rams? They've got a tough assignment on Monday evening. They're going to Haywood Road to face a very resurgent and spirited Swinton Lions side. Is it all about putting the building blocks in for next Monday's game? Yes, it is, and
Lee Greenwood will definitely be disappointed with tonight's performance, because as we heard from him pre-game, he were expecting a good performance from his side, because he knows he has got a good side, hard working side, and they just don't come up with the performance tonight. And like I say, a lot goes down to the opportunities. They're just not taking them, and the ill discipline as well. It's happened now for the past 3 weeks, and going to Swinton next Monday, it will be a tough ask. Fans are back in the stadium, so as we've seen today, Swinton pushed Bradford Bulls railway course, and it will be a tough ask for Dewsbury again.
Oh, let me tell you, Jonathan, I was at that Swinton-Bradford game earlier on. You look at players like Mike Butt, Geronimo Doyle, Martin Ridyard, Luke Waterworth, Jack Hansen, Sam Brooks, Tom Spencer. Let me tell you, that Swinton side, despite being winless after 5 games, I tell you what, they play like they did against Bradford earlier this morning, and they will shock some sides over the coming weeks. For Halifax, they're at home against Sheffield next Sunday, and this is a real strong performance to build some momentum on. It's almost like the Halifax that we saw against London, as we see a very, very dangerous tackle there from Jason Walton. Ed Barber has just been lifted above the horizontal. Chris Anakin's also involved, and in fact, sorry, it's Jacob Fairbank who was involved in the tackle there for Halifax. He gets the all clear, and it's a penalty, and they're going to take the 2 points.
Yes, and it's a smart call. And with 70 minutes gone, and Halifax Panthers, they're fully in control. This is the third time now they've taken 2, and it's a smart decision by Simon Griggs to do it. I think his halfbacks have been instrumental tonight, and I think it's been a good 17-man performance as a collective.
Well, this one's awarded in a centre field position, 40 metres out. And I was just trying to work out there, Jonathan, from my commentary notes, just how many times Dewsbury have actually handed some points to Halifax on a plate this evening. I think that'll be the disappointing factor for head coach Lee Greenwood, because this is another penalty attempt, and there's been a couple of errors that have led to tries, as Connor Robinson, he's a marksman all right, 8 from 8, and it's 36 points to 0.
Yeah, full credit to Connor Robinson. His strike rate at kicking goals is outstanding. He's proved that tonight, and they'd be looking to finish off the next 10 minutes on a positive, and an 80-minute performance is what the coach has asked for on the back of last week, and hopefully his players will bring that for him tonight.
Don't forget, coming up on the Our League platform in around about 20 minutes time, that mouth-watering tie between the York City Knights and Featherstone Rovers. What a game that should be at the LNER Stadium. Forward pass from Halifax on the restarts. They got a little bit giddy there. And now Dewsbury have a chance to turn that 0 into 4 or 6. Because I'm kind of guessing Simon Griggs now will get the message out. 36-0. He wants to keep that big fat 0 there. Oh
yes, definitely. That'll be it'll be definitely high on his agenda at a minute to keep the Dewsbury Rams to 0, because from a coach's point of view, that's also very important. It'll show that they put points on the board, so they benefited from that last week, but also the 0 on the scoreboard.
Reece Butterworth back on the field, the former Bradford and Huddersfield man. Here goes Sykes taking that line on. This will be a real test of how serious this Halifax defence is as it goes to Anakin. Anakin fronts up. Amir Burra does well. Great future ahead in the sport of rugby league. So too does Reece Butterworth, who just has a little bit of a slip there on a wet, slippery surface. And the two young hookers there, Burra and Butterworth, meet a metre or so from that Halifax line. It goes from Liam Finn to Sykes. Paul Sykes has got down the cul-de-sac there, and he's wrapped up there, the 39-year-old, on that last tackle. Goes to Liam Finn. Pepper's won along the floor. Great position in there from Matt Garside. Matt Garside doing exceptionally well there to avert the danger, and Halifax do keep their line intact. Well, I'm kind of guessing the only way Dewsbury are going to score is if they find the skeleton key that will open any door in the land.
Yes, it will be a big ask to do, because, like I said, Halifax have been excellent tonight, both in attack and defence, and we can see now Dewsbury they are getting frustrated as a team, because they do want to put some points on the board, but to break this Halifax Panthers down, they're going to have to come up with a special play.
Adam Tangata, always a fierce competitor. Good defence though from the Rams. On the last tackle here, the Panthers. Burra to Murray. I think Halifax have just lost the call there. Amir Burra holds his arm up. He apologises. I don't think they realised that it was indeed the last tackle. I'm just looking at the Dewsbury Rams body language, the message coming on. Let's get some points on the board. Well, they've got 7 minutes to do so here. You're listening to Mick Gledall, Jonathan Schofield. And in a couple of minutes' time, I'll be asking Jonathan Schofield for his Our League man of the match this evening, as Gabriel makes some meters forward. Butterworth. Here it goes with Beckett. Good forward run. Rolled over on his side. Garside comes in at the side there. Also involved was Morris on that tackle. back kick goes down that left-hand edge. Another error here from the Dewsbury Rams because the ball has gone loose and Halifax have it. And there's a bit of a set two here. Adam Tangata's involved. The touch judge has come on. And I think the referee will just check the report that it was just handbags at dawn. And it might be a penalty to Halifax. Not quite sure what was going on there, Jonathan, but we've got 6 minutes to go. We don't really need any silliness.
No, we don't. I think that's just some frustration from Dewsbury, from Chris Anakin, with the Halifax, a couple of Halifax players, and the Dewsbury players are going to be frustrated because...
Oh, he's going to the back pocket here, Jonathan. The referee has had enough of the shenanigans and the messing around. Is that Chris Anakin who's going for 10 minutes?
Yes, it is, yeah. Chris is going off. He's clearly frustrated in his second spell that has come on. And like I say, I think the work that we're done in the 25-30 minutes from himself, it's caught up, and he's coming off, obviously, sin bin with 75 minutes gone, very frustrated.
Well, I'll ask you now, Jonathan. We've got 5 minutes to go. Who is your Our League man of the match in this evening's game between the Dewsbury Rams and Halifax Panthers, and why?
Well, I think from a Halifax Panthers point of view, they've been, if it's out of 10 out of 10 really, the performance has been outstanding. They've put points on the board, they've kept Dewsbury to 0, which is always hard at the Tetley Stadium, always hard place to come. But I think Brandon Moore, his 55 minutes that he's played has been absolutely outstanding. But the clear message from Simon Griggs would have been to put in an 80-minute performance, and the halfbacks are definitely guiding around the park. Liam Harris has been nice and deceptive, going at the line, picking out the right pass, but the guy for me, it's Connor Robinson tonight, has been absolutely outstanding. Attack and defence. He's set up a couple of tries. He's guided his sign around the pitch, and also his goal kicking and also his on-field kicking. It's caused Dewsbury a lot of problems. So my man of the match tonight is Connor Robinson.
Halifax number 7, Connor Robinson, named the Our League man of the match this evening. 4 minutes to go. Halifax hungry for more points. Worthington into that line, and he's brought down 10 metres out on the last tackle now. Quick play of the ball. Garside to Robinson. Can Robinson sprinkle more magic? Kick goes in. Harris chasing. Fleming, safety first. He has kicked that one dead, has it? The referee is going to say, oh, it's a penalty to Dewsbury because the kick chase, which of course was Liam Harris on the outside of that kick through from Connor Robinson, was offside. But there we are. We can see Connor Robinson on your screens. He is the Our League man of the match. And as we said, he's been faultless with a boot. 8 from 8, 16 of Halifax, 36 points this evening. So certainly interesting times. So let's see what happens here. Dewsbury. Very tricky, tough assignment on Monday evening against Swinton. They'll be going to the Lions' Den. Let me tell you, Swinton, after that performance against Bradford today, they'll be waiting for the Rams, and that will be a tricky test for Lee Greenwood and the Dewsbury Rams. Here goes Paul Sykes. Did they perhaps use Adam Ryder as a decoy? Referee happy to let that one go. Gabriel's in there at dummy half, goes to Walton. Along the line now to Garrett. Garrett front Soap, Hewitt, Barber in defence for the Panthers. They want to keep that 0 on the Dewsbury Rams. It goes from Butterworth to Finn to Beckett. Well, they've searched high and low for that skeleton key, and this could be the final act for the Rams because there's 2 minutes to go and they're in good ball position on the last. Kick goes through to Gabriel, palm back, Ryder can't regather it, and Adam Ryder, the former Keighley man, if he takes it in, he slides in at the corner. A fine game of inches at times, rugby league. But 36-0 it remains, Jonathan.
Yes, it is, and the scoreline, it's actually really surprised me, but I thought we were going to be in with a much tighter game tonight. But like I said, full credit to Halifax Panthers. Have been 1-17. They've been putting a quality show tonight, and Simon Griggs, the coach, he's asked for a reaction from last week, and he's definitely got that.
Well, if Halifax can hold on here, it'll be the first time since 2019 that they have kept the opposition scoreless. The last time, for those that like to know, it was a 58-0 win for Simon Griggs and the Panthers against the Rochdale Hornets at the Shea. 38 points scored in that second half. Steve Tyra with a couple of tries. Liam Cooper, James Woodburn Hall, Conor McGrath, Dan Fleming, Will Sharp, Jacob Fairbanks. So there's still a couple of players from that last shutout still in this Halifax side. But we have a couple of minutes left here. 36 points to 0. A real determined effort here from Halifax. They've worked hard all week after that Toulouse defeat. They worked hard on the defence. Perhaps they left the attack alone last week. That might explain those 23 errors and 47% completion rate. This week, their prime focus has been on ball handling and completion rates. And just the 4 errors from Halifax this evening. It's a high 80% completion rate as we see them run the ball on the last tackle. Harris kicks over the top, but Dewsbury alert to that danger. And Dewsbury now, perhaps their last set of 6 this evening here as the light starts to fade. And as we said, Halifax, well, they'll take momentum into that game against the Sheffield Eagles, who have lost, not won in their last 3 games. And Aaron Moore's got a decision to make here, and he's going to say a Dewsbury player has shoved a Halifax player around the ruck. Very rare you see that, but the touch judge has come on, and if it indeed it has happened, as the way Aaron Moore is indicating, then quite rightly it's penalised. You can't manhandle players around the ruck.
No, you can't. Like I said, I think we are seeing plenty of frustration now with Chris Anakin getting sin just the silly play there by Will Oakes, giving the penalty away. It's just down to frustration, because when you're 36 points 0 down at home, as a team they are going to be frustrated. And on the back of this performance, Dewsbury have got to have a hard look at themselves and obviously try and improve next week at Swinton.
Oh, we just saw a clever little kick through, and now there's a bit of a brawl happening in back play. Well, I was going to say a brawl. The touch judge come on, and the players have all dispersed. The referee was just about to blow the whistle. We've got seconds remaining here as Rhys Butterworth offloads the ball there to Fane. It goes to Walton, back to Fane, along the line over on that edge. Referee's happy that the passes have all gone backwards, and now Fleming offloads the ball, and Dewsbury, sheer guts and determination, trying to get something from this game. They don't want to get the duck. There's a chance here from Ryder. Good juggling skills there from Adam Ryder. Gabriel, his former Keighley Cougars teammate, goes scampering through down the middle. They're 20 metres out now from the Halifax line. And Andy Gabriel has lost the ball under contact there from Greg Worthington. And that, I think, is the moment. With seconds left, Halifax are going to pick up their first win in 3 and also their first scoreless opposition since that 58-0 win over the Rochdale Hornets.
Yes, it is. And like Dewsbury there coming up with another error by Andy Gabriel. It's his second of the game. They're not playing the ball incorrectly, or it's either a knock on, and you just can't afford to do that. And Halifax are going to finish the game off strongly here.
Look at this from Mario Burrow. What a great future he has. He first caught my attention when he featured for the Lancashire Academy against the Australian schoolboys back in 2018. Here goes Robinson. Oh, they're up, not over yet with the points. Woodburn Hall has gone through that Dewsbury defensive line once again, and they're 15 metres out now in the closing seconds of this game. Well, we said at the start of the broadcast, they certainly enjoy playing here. Halifax, they've won their last 6 visits to Dewsbury, and they're right in front of the post. Morris, Burrow, Robinson, kick through from Robinson. Rawsford will claim a try in the corner. The referee is going to say nope, it's been not grounded, and that is all she wrote here. Full time at the Tetley Stadium, the Betfred Championship. It's round 5, and Halifax do arrest that 3-game losing slump with an emphatic victory here, their second win of the season.